So we're going to get started with Pilates today. You're going to see I have two sets of hand weights out, a larger set, a smaller set. We're going to start by standing today, so we'll get everything warmed up. Heels are under your hips. Take a little peek, see if your toes are pointing straight ahead. You're going to start by taking some inhales. Take a big inhale, reach up. Exhale, blow it out. 2 more times, big inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, blow it out. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Now your right arm goes up. Sweep the right arm up, stretch through the right side. Relax the right arm, take the left arm up. We'll do this 1 more time on each side. Right arm goes up. Left arm goes up. Open your arms up to the side right here. Take a big inhale, lift your chest. Hug a big ball open between your shoulder blades. We do this a few more times. Lift your chest. Inhale. Hug a big ball. Exhale. Here's your inhale. Lift your chest. Exhale. Hug your ball. 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale. Drop your arms by your side. Take a big shoulder roll. Take your shoulders up, back, and down. Right arm circles here. Take the arm up and around. Now you might start smaller. Right here, I want you to think, zip the core, keep everything straight, and just move the arm up and around. And now you switch sides. Here comes the other side. So soften the knees, pull in the core, keep yourself still other than the arm going up and around. You should feel some good effort happening. Both your arms together. So now we take it a little bit bigger. And again, knees are soft, core is tight, we're stable except for these arm circles. 1 more time, take 1 more big one, and then relax. Arm swings, little side to side. This will be a chance to relax here. Now, hips are still staying to the front. We're warming up the upper back area with some arm swings. Bring it to center, little baby squats. Bring yourself to center and start small as you move through your hips, knees, ankles. Now we want to make sure we move our hips back and you bring it up. Now when we keep it small, we can zip the core and keep the core engaged as you make the movement. 4 more here. Here comes your 4. 3. Here's your 2. Now big arm sweeps right here. Take your inhale, reach up, sweep everything down, exhale. Here's your up as you inhale, sweep down, exhale. Big move. Now this is a full body move. Up as you inhale, down. Now on this one, hands are going to your thighs. It's your cow-cat. It's a chance to move through your spine. Now we'll drop the belly, look up, and then pull the belly, drop the tailbone. Do this a few times. Make it feel really good as you move through your spine right here. 1 more time. And now we're going to roll all the way up. Bring yourself all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Now we're going to add little knee lifts, just enough. Start bringing up the knee, feel your balance, set it down and switch. Lift the knee, balance, set it down. Here's your lift, pause, lift, and pause. There's 1 more time each side here. And then find your balance when you bring this one up, and you can keep it a little bit lower. We are going to add ankle circles. I want you to move your ankle around in one direction, and now take it in the other direction. Set the foot down, switch sides. Find your balance. Bring it up, add your circles in one direction. Circle in the other direction. We're going back to knee lifts, but open up and make a hip circle. So bring it up and over for your warming up your hips, switch sides. So we'll alternate sides, and now you're working on hip mobility. You bring it up and around, up and around. Take it up and around, up and around. We'll do that one more time on each side. And when you finish this one, it is heel lifts. Set yourself up wherever you want your arms, lift your heels, pause at the top, and then bring your heels down. We'll do this a few times. Lift up, pause, and release it down. Here's the lift, the pause, release it down. Let's do one more right here. Lift, pause, release it down, and just shake it out right here. Good mornings are next. We're going to take our hands behind our head, soften the knees, open the elbows, press your head back. Now here's your hinge forward. You're going to push your hips into the back wall, feel your hamstrings, feel your glutes, and then bring yourself all the way back up. Now remember, this is hamstrings and glutes, so we don't want to feel any pain or discomfort in our low back. And you also want to focus on engaging the core as you slide down and slide up. You have 3 more to go here. Here comes your 3. Here's your 2. One more time here. Now when you finish this, stay up tall, relax your arms, shake it out right there, give yourself a little shake. Now we're gonna come into knee lifts. We're gonna hold the knee lift and pause. So once you get the feel of this, there's the lift and the pause. Relax it down, switch sides. Lift and pause, hold it here. Relax it down. Now we're gonna do this one more time on each side, just like this. And then the next time through, set it down. We're gonna add a heel lift with it. So here comes, knee up. Now this is where I'm gonna add, you're gonna lift the knee, and I always have to hold on to something for balance, but you might not have to. So this is, I like to set my foot by my ankle calf. There comes the lift up for the heel lift, little pause, and bring it down. We'll do that 2 more times on this side. You have the lift, the pause, you release it down. One more time here, lift, pause, and release it down. Shake it out because you know we have to do this on the other side. So when you're ready, wherever you want to find the placement of your foot, and there comes the lift up, pause when you get there, and bring it down. We have 2 more. Lift, pause, release it down. One more time here. There comes your up. And then go ahead, bring it down, shake it out, take a nice wide stance. We'll do some side lunges, stretch it out side to side. Toes are facing the corners of your mat, and you have your slide off to one side, your slide off to the other side. There's your slide and slide. We slide off to one side, slide off to the other side. One more time, each side. Once you finish this, bring yourself to the center. You can keep your hands on your hips. We slide straight down. So think a little slide down, push into your feet, bring yourself up. There's your down and your up. slide down, slide up. We'll do 2 more here. Here comes 1. One more time, we're gonna stay low on this one. Once you get there, stay low. Take your right hand behind your head and take a little side crunch. Just enough to take a little crunch for the side. Stay stable through your legs. We'll do 1 more on this side. And now you switch. So relax that arm, other one goes up. There's your little crunch to the side. Now it doesn't have to be big. I want you to focus on using the core. You have 1 more to go. And now you hold it center. Bring yourself all the way up. Toes are going to face the front. Here comes. Hips push back. Give yourself a stretch right here. And relax the top of your head down if you choose to go a little deeper, wherever it feels good. There's your stretch. And then with an inhale, knees soft, bring yourself all the way up. We are going to meet at the back of our mat. Get ready to roll ourselves down. And we're going to meet on our hands and knees. So once you get there, set yourself up. Chin to chest. This should feel good on the way down. Hands meet the mat. Walk your hands out. Now you're on your hands and knees. Drop your belly. Here's your cow cat. Look up and pull in and through. Here's the belly drop. Work with your breath. 1 more time here. Take 1 more full inhale, full exhale. When you finish that, we're going to meet in the center. Now we're starting by lifting just 1 arm. I just want you to lift the arm and then add a little slide forward to get deeper into your core. That's it. Hold it here. And then make sure you're pulling your core in. Relax this side. Lift the opposite arm. Start with just the arm. And now you try to touch the wall in front of you when you lean forward to get more work in your core. Hold it here. Keep holding it. Hold it, hold it. Relax it down. Child's pose. Press your hips back. Give yourself a stretch here. I want you to stretch out through your shoulders, your arms. If you need to give your wrists a little break, give them a little whatever you need. We are going to be going back into our hands and knees. Bring yourself up. You're on your hands and knees. And we're working just our hamstring here. Take 1 foot out behind. I don't care what side you start with. Pulling the core. And now we lift the heel up and slide it down. Now what I want you to pay attention to, your hip bones stay straight towards the floor. We avoid rotating our hips. And the height of the leg is only high enough where we don't arch our back. So we don't want to drop our belly or feel anything in our low back. So our range of motion might be smaller. And you're focusing on the hamstring and the glutes. There's your lift and your lower. We have 3 more on this side. There's 3, 2, 1 more time. And then relax the leg and take it to the other side. Foot goes out behind. Set yourself up. Hip bones level, core is tight. Heel goes up towards the ceiling and toes come down. Now, one way to keep your hips level is to have all 5 toes pointing towards the floor. So if they like to rotate out, see if you can keep all your toes pointing towards the floor. And then we have to double check and make sure we're keeping ourselves engaged in our core versus collapsing through our low back or our belly. There's your 4. 3, 2, one more time. And then when you finish this, it's a downward dog, but if downward dog is not for you today, take a child's pose. Downward dog, though, will stretch out your hamstrings for you. Maybe you'll get a nice stretch through your lower legs. Remember, you can always bend your knees. You often can get a better stretch with soft knees. Take a breath or two here. Release your knees back to the floor. Here is your Sphinx pose. Bring yourself down to your forearms. Walk your feet away. Reach your toes away. And here comes your Sphinx. So there's the stretch from the tailbone to the top of the head. Cobra is next. You can relax your upper back, body down. Hands are by your rib cage. Make sure you get your shoulder blades back down. Keep them there as you come up. Little look off to one side. Look off to the other side. You're going to bring yourself down and now reach fingers and toes as far away from each other as you can. Gaze is towards your mat, belly's tight, you lift your arms and legs. And we're going to hold this. So today it's more of an isometric move. We're going to hold this, belly in, hip bones stay connected to the mat. Locust, sweep your hands by your thighs, touch your fingers to your toes. Here comes Cobra, hands by your rib cage, shoulders back. Bring yourself all the way up. And now take a look over one shoulder. Look over the other shoulder. Relax yourself down. Swimming is next. So we're going to come back into this. Hands out in front. Toes reach away. Little lift of your arms and legs. And then it's swimming, so it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Lifting at whatever pace works for you. Do the best to keep your core engaged. Try to avoid rocking side to side. Here comes the locust. Sweep your hands back by your thighs. Cobra, hands are by your rib cage. And there comes your stretch. Make it feel good. Little look if you want to take a look to one side. Look to the other side. Release yourself down. We are going to go into a low plank. I'm bringing my forearms back underneath. Set your arms up wherever they work best for you. And then when you're ready, you're going to take it up to your knees. I like to start this way so you can get your core engaged. Then you're going to lift one leg, then the other. There's your low plank. And now check it out. We're going to do a little hip dip. You're going to drop one hip towards the floor. Center. Drop the other hip. So I'm doing a little hip rotation. Little hip drop, center. Hip drop, center. It's a small move. We're going to do 4 more here. There's 4, 3, 2, and then go ahead. Bring your knees down, press your hips back. Give yourself a stretch right here. Now we're going to bring ourselves back to center. Set yourself up for a side plank, wherever that is for you, down on your forearms. Now I always like to use my knee. I know a lot of you can stack your feet, stagger your feet. You're going to do what works best for you. I don't care what you do with the top arm. Once you're set up here, we're going to drop the hip and do a little hip dip on the side. So you're going to do a little dip of the hip and bring it up. Now keep squeezing the glutes. I don't want you to let your hips slide back. I want you to think, little dip down, bring it up. Little dip down, bring it up. There's your 3. It's your 2. And one more time. Then you bring yourself up. And we're going to take it over to the other side. Now, however you want to get there, go for it. I'm going to go this way so I can see, but you can flip over the other way. And again, I will be using my knee. You're gonna pick the version that works for you. Squeeze the glutes, and then you have the little drop of the hip and bring it up. Drop the hip and bring it up. There's your drop and your lift. Now it's a small movement. You're still squeezing the glutes. There's 3, 2, and one more time. Then you're gonna bring yourself up. We are all gonna be on our back side. We're gonna do some bridges. We're gonna start by doing a bridge with our marching. And from there, we're gonna move on to our chest work. So go ahead and have your weights ready for your chest. Here comes. Bridge first though. Set yourself up. Arms are by your side, and then we have lift your hips, take your bridge. Now use it for whatever. If you needed to open up your hips, do that. If you needed to stretch out your quadriceps, use it for that. Now you're gonna bring your hips down, and we're gonna go up one more time and hold the bridge again. Press into your feet, lift your hips. And then once you're there, we're gonna march. Now today when we march, I want you to check your hips. They stay where they are right now as you lift each leg. So often when we march, your hips drop or dip down each time. We're gonna see if we can keep our hips up as you march right here. So kind of pay attention to what's happening and see if you can keep your hips lifted as you march it out. So there's that. Lift. Are the hips still up? Lift. Are your hips still up? Lift. Hips up. One more time on each side. And then when you finish this one, go ahead, bring your feet down. Windshield wiper legs side to side. Giving yourself a little break right here. This is where we're gonna move on to our chest press. Now I'm gonna grab one heavier weight in each hand, and then we're gonna start with our chest press. So from here, you're gonna press straight up and bring it down. Push, release it down. Push, bring it down. Push, release it down. There's your up and your down. Little higher number of reps today. Keep going here. You have 5 more. There's your 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna do pullovers. I am gonna set one weight down, but keep it close by. We're coming back to the chest press. Pullovers here. There's your over and your pull. We'll do a total of 10. And then same idea, we wanna always make sure our core is engaged. We try to keep our rib cage in, avoid flaring it out. That's when we let it all pop out to the front. You have 5 more to go here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're coming back to the chest press. So you're going to want to grab your additional weight carefully. We're going to start with the arms up, and now you take it down and press up. So there comes the slide down, press up, slide down, press up, slide down, press up. Keep going. You have 10 more. Here's your 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're coming back to the pullover. So you can set one weight down, or you can always double up the weights. Arms are over, and here comes your pullover. Reach over, pull it back. Here's your over and your back. There's your over and pull, over and pull. 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you're going to bring your weight in. Set it down. Now we are going to do biceps and triceps while we're here on the floor. I need my smaller set of weights. We'll start with biceps laying down on the floor right here. This is the version where we have the weights by our side. And then when you're ready, you curl up and you bring it down. And same idea. We still have the core zipped up. So we don't want to rock through our pelvis as we move the weights. And we keep the arms down on the floor. You're just moving the elbow joint. And there is your up. And you're down. We're going for 10 more here. Here's your 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and even this out, we have triceps next. You're going to take your weights up. They're going to be our tricep extension. So weights are up. I do like a little bit of a diagonal reach. And there comes the bend of the elbows, and you bring it up. Bend the elbows, bring it up. Here's your down and up. Down and up. 10 more here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights go up. You can bring them down, set them out of the way. Give yourself a stretch. So it could be opening up to get a stretch for your chest. It could be overhead. We did the pullovers. It might feel good to go that way. Maybe it's the arms across. It could be knees into your chest. I don't know. Whatever feels good. Give yourself the stretch that you need. We are going into a roll up here. I will be doing mine with my legs straight. Please feel free to take yours with bent legs if you'd like. Fingertips are towards the ceiling. Now to roll up, squeeze the glutes and bring it in. Once you get up, take your spinal stretch. So I want you to drop the chin, round through the spine. Make this feel good right here. Just drop and round. And then you would bring yourself up. Take your feet about the width of your mat. Take your arms in front, we're adding little spinal twists. Off to one side. Off to the other side. There's your off to one side. Off to the other side. 4 more here. There's 4, 3, 2, and bring it back to your spinal stretch here. Drop your arms down, take your feet in, drop the chin, take a nice rounding right here. We're going to bring ourselves all the way back down to the floor. You're gonna roll down. Maybe you use your thighs, get there safely. And then once you're there, we're gonna take this into some half crunches. Feet can be on the floor, hands are behind your head. Here comes that lift and the lower. Now we don't have to lift up high. I want you to get the feeling of the movement in your core. It's an exhale and lift, release down. Feel the zip up on the way up and keep it as you bring it down. There's your lift and your lower. Lift and lower. We're doing 4 more. Here's your 4, 3, 2, finish this one. We're taking a bridge and we're gonna hold the bridge for about 30 seconds. Arms are by your side. Press into your feet. Lift your hips. Use it as a stretch and we're gonna hang out here for about 30 seconds. Check to make sure everything is engaged. We're gonna be coming back to more crunching. I just want you to get a nice release right here from laying on your back. Get yourself all ready to go. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bring your hips down. Slide one leg out. This is our crunch with one leg out. Push the heel down. Toes are towards the ceiling. Arms cross in front of your chest. Here comes that exhale and lift. You bring it down. Now, if you're straining at your neck, take the hands behind your head. But the idea is to start learning how to use your core as you lift and lower. So you always want to think, pull in the core, pull it up, release it down. We're going to do 2 more here. There comes 1. Here comes 2. Now the upper body gets a break and we're working on the quadricep. Here comes. Foot slides up the wall. You stop at 45. Now that is the magic stop place because as soon as you go higher, you're going to use your hip flexor. And this is meant specifically for your quadricep. So you slide up, stop at no higher than 45, you slide down. And you're also going to feel that little pause, quad is burning, and slide it down. Our heel never touches the floor. That's to keep your quadricep contracted. You slide up, you slide down. Now you should feel the front of your thigh working. If you don't feel it working, make sure your toes are pulling up towards the ceiling. Make sure you're lifting with the quadricep versus the hip flexor. We're gonna do 5 more here. I'm tossing in an additional 5. Here comes your 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more time. And now you're going to get yourself a bridge, and that's going to be the chance to stretch out the quadricep. Feet are flat, press into the feet, lift your hips, and right there is the hold. Use it as a nice stretch. So make sure your tailbone is shooting away. You can engage your glutes. Hold it here for about 10 more seconds. You can start releasing your hips down to the floor. We have the other side to go. This is where you slide the opposite leg out. So now toes are towards the ceiling. Arms can cross in front. Here comes the exhale and lift. Release it down. Exhale, lift. Release down. Lift. Control it on the way down. Control up, and there's the control on the way down. 2 more. 1 more time here. And now we have the quadricep leg lift. So right here, you slide the leg up 45, slide it down, but the heel never touches. We slide up. The other thing we do, we work in slow motion. Now we work slow so you can enjoy that full feeling and make sure you have your quadricep engaged. Once you start moving faster, you use momentum and you miss out on some of the benefit of the move. So think slow up, slow down. You have 10 more to go. Now there's your up, 45, down, here's your up, and then we make sure when you go down, the heel never touches the floor. That adds a little extra effort into the exercise. There's your up, and you're down. We're doing 5 more here. Here's your 5. 4. 3. 2. One more time. Bridge is going to be where we take our break, our stretch. So slide the foot in. This is your chance to stretch out your quadricep. Press into your feet, lift your hips, hold it up right here. And then like we did earlier, we're gonna march, and I just want you to make sure, check to see where your hips are right now. They stay there as you lift the knee and set it down. So what usually happens is you drop your hips each time you march. We're working to make sure you keep your hips from sagging. We don't want them to sag. We want to make sure they stay up. There's your lift and your lower. Lift and lower. You have 4 more to go. Here's 4, 3, 2. Here comes the last one. And then when you finish that, you can bring your hips down. Go right into a figure 4. Wherever that works for you, we're going to take the shoulder across, a little oblique work. So hand is behind your head, shoulder blade off the mat, release it down. Lift, shoulder off the mat, release it down. You're thinking shoulder towards your knee, release it down. Shoulder towards the knee, release it down. Up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more time. And then you release this side and take it over to the other side. Figure 4 on the other side, hand behind your head, lift the shoulder blade off the mat, release it down. Shoulder blade up, release it down. There's your lift and your lower, lift and lower. 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release it here. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Now I'm going to have you grab your block. We're going to use our block for a couple core exercises here. So hopefully you can have your block someplace nearby. We're gonna start by taking the block between your thighs. And once it's there, we're gonna lift our knees and tap our heels down. So we're gonna do a little double leg lift. Now keep in mind, if this bothers your low back, then go back to alternating one at a time. I do want you to think, squeeze the block between your thighs, and then think of your little bit of your sacrum, that stays snug on the mat. So if you like to arch your back or let your rib cage flare out, you're gonna work on exhaling and keeping that all in as you take it down and up. Now you're gonna do 2 more here. You have 2 to go. You have 1 more to go. And we're going to take hip rolls. And I want you to keep the block between your thighs today. Open the arms to the side, roll off to one side. Now you would squeeze the block, pause and hold it. So I don't want you to think stretch, I want you to think core. Bring it back to center, take it to the other side. Roll, pause when you're there, bring it to center. We do that again. It's your hip roll, pause, bring it to center, hip roll, pause. Now you bring it back to center here, and I'm gonna have you take the block, and I'm gonna have you hold the block. You could do forearm, my arms are long, so I'm doing forearm. You could do hand, I'm doing forearm because I have longer arms. And we're gonna do dead bug on the other side. So it's gonna be the other arm and leg, and you're gonna stabilize and keep the block held on the other side as you take this. Reach and bring it in. Now I'm using a bent leg. You can make your straight. Just make sure form is your priority. Now we're gonna, 5 more here. Here comes your 5, 4, 3, 2, and you have 1 more to go. And then you're gonna bring it up, and we have the other side. You take the block on the other side. Like I said, if you wanna use your hand, I'm using my forearm. Arm and leg is up on the other side, and here you go. Reach and bring it in. Reach and bring it in. There's your out and your in, out and in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1 more time here, and then you can go ahead. Set the block out of your way, bring your legs down, take a little windshield wiper. Now I want to do some clamshells real quick. We're going to flip over to our side. Set yourself up. Now if you want to use a lighter weight on the outside of your thigh, go for it. I'm not doing that today, but if you want to use a weight but near your knee, go for it. And there comes the open and the close. There's your open and close. Lift, lower, and remember, it's about keeping the knees stacked. And I say the knees stacked, it's really about keeping your hips stacked. We often like to let the top hip fall back. So you want to make sure the hips stay one right above the other as you lift and squeeze down. That's when you're going to get the most benefit from the exercise. You have 1 more to go here. And then we're going to take it right over to the other side so we can do our clamshell on the other side. And again, if you want to use your weight, take your weight with you. You're flipping yourself over. Once you're there, set yourself up wherever it is for your clamshell. There comes the open and the close. Open, clothes. If you're using a weight, you would have it on the outside of your thigh, closer to your knee. That's going to give you more effort. And then we just check to make sure our hips are stacked. There's 4, 3, 2, and here's your last one. Now I'm going to have you take it over onto your backside. We're going to start stretching everything out right here. Once you're down, take your windshield wiper legs side to side. Give yourself a nice release. We're going to take the bottoms of our feet together and take a quick butterfly bound angle. I'm going to toss in a couple crunches here. Hands behind your head. When you're ready, add your crunch and bring it down. There's your lift and your lower. Up and down. One more option if you want it today, you would join the legs with the upper body as it comes up. Now, if you don't want to take that, you would skip it. Four more. There's your 4, 3, 2, and one more time. And then when you finish this one, stretch from your fingers to your toes. Give yourself a really long stretch. Now, if you want to arch your back, reach your toes away. It's a banana stretch. That's when we walk our arms and legs off to one side so you can stretch down the side of the body. Wherever it feels really good, where do you need the stretch? That's where you take it. Here's the other side. Again, long stretch wherever you need it most. You would bring yourself back to the center. Now I want you to activate the back leg, press the heel down, toes towards the ceiling, and then bring the other knee in. When you bring in the knee today, this is what I want you to think about. It's a stretch, it's active. We want to keep the small of our back on the mat. So if you are a person that lets everything come off the mat, exhale and see if you can keep your sacrum area down on the mat as you take the stretch today. You're going to take the knee across your midline. You can open your arm. Keep the shoulder down on the mat as you take the knee across your body. Bring it back to center. And now we switch sides. You're taking the opposite leg out long. Push the heel down. Now the knee is coming into your chest. Same idea. Check to see what's happening with your back side. Now, I know we're going for a stretch, but we also want to think, is your sacrum area, is it relaxed down in the mat? And that's going to increase the stretch for you. Now the knee comes across the midline, arm is to the side. Keep the shoulder down as you take the knee across. And if you're really tense, exhale and feel a softness. Bring yourself back to center. Here comes your figure 4. Take the ankle over. Now that same idea, when you lift the legs up, can you keep your, like the sacrum area, the small of your back against the floor as you take the stretch? And these little things will help you feel the stretch in different areas. Bring your legs down. Now finish crossing the legs all the way over. I want you to stretch through the outer hip. You would bring the knees up wherever it works for you. And then maybe you add little movements side to side so you can get the best stretch for your outer hip, your outer thigh. Bring your feet down. And now we take it to the other side. Here comes ankle over. And now you would bring the leg up and wherever you need to take the stretch. Start bringing the legs down. Finish crossing the legs all the way over. And here comes knees in. My legs are crossed, and then you're gonna find where you can get that perfect stretch for the outside of your hip, your glutes. Bring the legs down. Windshield wiper legs one more time. And now wherever it is, that feels really good. If you can get a little bigger stretch for your quadriceps or your hip flexors, go for it. Usually you can get it by taking the arch of the foot into the floor and pressing down. But if it bothers your knee, you do not do that. From here, we're taking ourselves up into a seated position so we can stretch out our hamstrings, add in a nice twist right here. So legs are out in front first. This is a chance to stretch out your hamstrings, grab your mat, pull your chest forward. As you exhale, drop a little bit further down into the stretch. With an inhale, you would bring yourself up. Here comes, foot comes in and across the top. Hug the knees, sit up tall, add your twist. Bring yourself to the front. Here comes the other side. Slide the other leg in. Hug the knees, sit up really tall, add your twist. Bring yourself to the front. Open your legs up wide. We're gonna take our wide angle stretch. You can grab the mat, pull yourself forward wherever it feels good for you today. Bring yourself up, take right hand outside your right leg, add a side stretch while we're here. And nice big stretch down the side of the body. Bring it up, and here's the other side. Take the arm up and over. Bring yourself up, butterfly, bound angle, bottoms of the feet come together. Maybe you lean forward, maybe you don't. And from there, you can bring yourself all the way up. Now, you can have a seat on your block real quick, wherever it's comfortable. I do want to stretch out our chest. We did all our chest press, our biceps, our triceps. So right here, have a seat. Once you get there, right hand is behind. And then relax your shoulders and just drop the ear. You don't want to strain. We just want to have a little drop so you can stretch your neck. Now, lift your head and relax the right arm. Now, the left arm comes behind. So first get this. This is the best part of the stretch. You want to open up to your chest, your shoulder. The dropping of the head is a little extra stretch. Lift the head. Open your arms up to the side so you can now take your hands behind your back. Open your chest one more time. Big stretch of the chest, shoulders open, big chest stretch. Arms open up to the side. Hug a big ball. I want you to open up between your shoulder blades. Here comes arms sweep up and the palms flip towards the ceiling. Release your fingertips, drop the right hand behind your head. This is your tricep stretch. We did our triceps. Might feel a good stretch in your shoulders too. Fingertips go up, and now you drop the left. Fingertips go up, open your arms to the side, give yourself a hug, right arm on the bottom, just a nice big opening for the back of the shoulders here. Open your arms, take it on the other side, one more time, big stretch. Open the arms one more time, clasp your hands behind your back, give yourself a big stretch here. Relax your arms, take a big shoulder roll. Neck stretch real quick. Arms are down, look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Look to the front, drop your chin to your chest. And now lift your chin to the ceiling. We look to the front. Take a big shoulder roll. Here's your shoulder roll. Take a big inhale, reach all the way up, big inhale. Exhale, blow it out.